Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello children, welcome back to my video. On the video this time, we'll talk about one of the materials from 7th grade mathematics, that is, multiplication and division of integers. Before we start it, let me introduce myself and convey the purpose of making this video. Okay, this is about me. My name is Aida Aulia Rahmah. I'm a math student at the Tarbiyah and Teachers Faculty at the Islamic University of Antasari, Banjarmasin. The purpose of making this video is to fulfill the final exam assignment of English for Math mentored by our lecturer, that is Mr. Ahmad Wafa Nizami, MPD. As mentioned in the beginning, we will talk about multiplication and division of integers. And then, let's start it. As you see in this video, we'll learn about 4 points of discussion on the multiplication and division of integers. That are multiplication of integers, the property of integer multiplication operations, division of integers, and the property of integer division operations. And next, let's start at the first point. As we know, a multiplication expression is written like this. You can read the expression as 2 times 6 or 4 times 5 or 10 times 3. This also can read the expression as blah 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 multiplied by blah blah blah. As example, 2 multiplied by 6, 4 multiplied by 5, or 10 multiplied by 3. And normally, the multiplication is symbolized by cross mark, dot, or bracket on each number. The multiplication symbol can also be called the times symbol. The real multiplication concept comes from repeated summation operations. Next, when you multiply, you are basically adding a certain number more than once, and multiplication happens all the time in real life. For example, consider the situation below. Imagine that you buy a 6-pack of soda. It means you have one set of 6 cans. In multiplication terms, let's say that you have 1 times 6 cans. And then, if you buy 2 6-packs, it means you have 2 sets of 6 cans, or 2 times 6 cans. That's 2 times as many cans as you had before. This is 1 set, and this 2 sets. This can go on forever. Now you have 8 times 6 cans. This is 8 times as many cans as you had at the beginning. Next, and here are the rules of integer multiplication. The first, if positive multiplied by positive, we're gonna get positive. And the second rule, if negative multiplied by negative, we're gonna get positive. And the next rule, if positive multiplied by negative, we're gonna get negative. And the last rule, if negative multiplied by positive, we're gonna get negative. As we see in these rules, if the sign is the same, its result positive, right? If positive with positive, gonna get positive, and negative with negative, we're gonna get positive. And then, if the sign is different, we're gonna get negative. Positive and negative, its result negative, and then negative with positive, its result negative. And here is multiplication example of 2 numbers that have the same and different sign. The first number, both of them positive, and this is one of them negative, and the other positive, and this is positive and negative. And the fourth number, both of them negative, and the last number also both of them negative. And then let's see the result. 4 times 5 is 20. Negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. 5 times negative 8 is negative 40. And then negative 2 times negative 8 is 16. And the last number, negative 4 times negative 8 is 32. And then let's go for the second points. The properties of integer multiplication operations. Here are the properties of integer multiplication operations. The first property is commutative property. For every a and b are integers, the commutative property applies, that is, a times b is equals to b times a. The second property is associative property. For every a, b, and c are integers, the associative property applies, that is, in bracket a times b times c is equals to a times in bracket b times 3. In bracket b times c. And the third property is distributive property. For every a, b, and c are integers, the distributive property applies, that is, a times in bracket b plus c is equals to in bracket a times b plus in bracket a times c. And the second, a times in bracket b minus c is equals to a times in bracket a times b minus in bracket a times c. And the fourth property is identity property. The identity property on the multiplication operation is 1. A times 1 is equals to 1 times a is equals to a. And the last property is cluster property. The integers a, b, c, and etc. that are multiplied remain as integer. Right here, a, b, c, and etc. are integers. If we multiply, we're gonna get integer. It means the multiplication is cluster property. This is example from the properties of multiplication of integers. Commutative property. If 3 times 5 is equals to 5 times 3, it means the result is 15. And also for this, 2 times in bracket 3 times 4. This is a and this is b. With commutative property, is equals to in bracket 3 times 4 times 2. This both of them, its result 24. And next, associative property. Okay, this is associative property. Look at this. In bracket 4 times negative 3 times 5 is equals to 4 times in bracket negative 3 times 5. Both of them, the result is the same. Look at this. This area, the result is negative 12 times 5. And this area, its result 4 times negative 15. Both of this area have the same result. That is, negative 60 is equals to negative 16. It means the multiplication of integers is associative property. And next, distributive property. As we know before, in the distributive property, have multiplication and addition and multiplication and subtraction. And the first, multiplication with addition. 4 times in bracket 6 plus 7 is equals to 4 in bracket 4 times 6 plus in bracket 4 times 7. In this area, its result 4 times 13. And in this area, its result 24 plus 28. And this also have the same results. That is, 52 is equals to 52. It means this is multiplication of integers is distributive property. And next, with subtraction. 6 times in bracket 5 minus 2 is equals to in bracket 6 times 5 minus in bracket 6 times 2. In this area, its result 6 times 3. And in this area, its result 30 minus 12. And this also have the same result. That is, 18 is equals to 18. And it means a distributive property that multiplication and addition or multiplication and subtraction, multiplication of integers is distributive property. And next, identity property. What kind of the number if we multiply by 1? The result is that number. As we see, 46 times 1 is equals to 1 times 46. And both of them, its result 46. And the last, cluster property. If A multiplied by B and multiplied by C and multiplied by etc. is equals to integer. This is an integer and this is also integer. It means both of them is cluster property. Look at this. 4 is integer and 9 is integer. 4 multiplied by 9 is equals to 36 and 36 is integer. It means multiplication of integer is cluster property. This integer and this is integer. And then let's go for the third points. Division of integers. Division is splitting something equally. Division happens a lot in real life. For instance, consider the situation below. Imagine that we have 6 cupcakes and 2 empty trays. This is 6 cupcakes and this is 2 empty trays. We'll place an equal number of cupcakes on each tray. In other words, we'll divide the cupcakes between 2 trays. The 6 cupcakes have been divided into 2 equal groups. And next, let's count the cupcakes to find out how many in each group. In the first trays, 1, 2, and 3. And the second trays, 1, 2, and 3. Which means each tray has 3 cupcakes. Right? If you start with 6 cupcakes and divide them into 2 equal groups, then each group has 3 cupcakes. As we know, a division expression is written like this. You can read the expression as 6 divided by 2 and 9 divided by 3. The division sign, this or this, means the number or something is being divided. And here are the rules of integer division. The first rules, if positive divided by positive, we're gonna get positive. Negative divided by negative, we're gonna get positive. And then, if positive divided by negative, we're gonna get negative. And if negative divided by positive, we're gonna get negative. It's the same with multiplication rules, right? And next, here is a division example of 2 numbers that have the same and different sign. Okay, and then let's see the results. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Negative 20 divided by 5 is negative 4. 6 divided by negative 2 is negative 3. Negative 21 divided by negative 3 is 7. And the last number, negative 35 divided by negative 5 is 7. And next, let's go for the last points. That is, the properties of integer division operations. The division property is not closure property. Why? For instance, let's consider the situation below. If we divide 2 integers, what do we get? Okay, In this situation, the first situation is 10 divided by 2 is 5. And the second, 16 divided by 6 is 2/4/6. 7 divided by 11 is 7/11. In this situation, we can see at the first situation, we get an integer. But in the second situation and the third situation, we don't get the integer, but we get the fraction. It means if we divide an integer by another integer, we may or may not get an integer like this. It means the property of integer division operation is not quadratic property. If a and b are integers, then the result of a divided by b is not necessarily an integer. And next, the main requirement for the division of integer is that if a and b are integers, b cannot be equal to 0. Why? Because if the b is 0, then the result is indefinite. Okay, that is my explanation of the multiplication and division of integer, one of the materials from the 7th grade mathematics. Okay, thanks for your attention, and thanks if you watch this video. I hope you're still healthy in this situation. Thank you so much. And the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.